Welcome back, guys, to week 3. Week 3. We're moving right along in this software, and hope everybody has enjoyed the first couple weeks of it, doing basic line work. Today we're going to move into a different little, we're actually going to continue in line work, but we're going to shift a gear. We're going to make things a little easier on you compared to how we've been drawing with the absolute and incremental method. I'm going to show you today how to start by using the direct line method, and we're going to show you some polar coordinates, ways to use the polar tracking command, and we'll get into some polar coordinates as well. So what we're going to do first is I want to draw this one up right here for you, okay? And I got AutoCAD up, and I'm going to throw it right over here. Hopefully it's enough we can see everything pretty good. Okay, we're good. Now, I'm getting ready to do a new CAD drawing, and this is going to be an architecture. So if you guys remember the first, maybe the second week, we done setups, AutoCAD setups, and that's what we're going to do here first. Just make sure down here that your startup, type in startup, enter, make sure it's 1. If it's not, change it. Make sure, usually if you do it one time to your computer, you don't have to worry about it again. It's already set. So at that point, I hit my little white sheet up here, or file new, whichever way you want to do it, and come over here to my wizard. This is going to be in architectural. 1/16 of an inch is fine. We could even put 0 because there's nothing going to a 1/16 of an inch, but 1/16's fine. Decimal degrees is fine. East for 0 in degrees angle is fine. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we get into polar works. But next, counterclockwise, your 0, it goes around 0 all the way to 360. That's fine. Now, my limits. If I look at this thing here, how big is this thing? 63 feet this way is 20, 25 is 45, plus 30. We got 75 feet across, so I'm just going to roughly make it 100 foot by 100 foot. Simple, easy. That will encompass this very well, no problem. So I finished that. And now, one thing I want to show you all is if I were to go to line right now and do 0, 0, check this out. And I went like, I'm going to go horizontally 200 feet, 0, enter. Do y'all see how it goes way past the screen that I had up there? Well, that's okay because we can wheel back and forth, but when I first come into a drawing, especially architectural, civil, where something's really large, I always hit, and I set my limits, I always hit Z for zoom, and I hit A for all. Or you could have clicked it. And do you all see it kicked me back to where I'm looking at my 100 foot by 100 foot unit. Even though I went 200 foot on this, it's still, if I go zoom, enter A all, it pulled me back to see that 100 foot by 100 foot. Didn't see all of it because that's 200 foot, but it lets you see the whole thing when you first start drawing. So it really helps with big drawings when you start that. The next thing that I want to show you on here is the direct line method. And you guys are going to love this. This is going to be so much easier than the absolute and incremental line methods. All you have to do is come down here in your status bar, and of course here is your object snap. It's turned on to a little bit of light blue there. But you see this little, looks like a little 90 degree there on an angle. You click on that, and what happens is it makes your line either go horizontal or vertical. Y'all see that? East, north, west, south. It won't let it go in an angle. If I turn it off, I go back into my angles. Y'all see that? So if I turn that on, it's really cool. I'm going to start this line anyways. It's 0, 0. Even though this one says 5, 5, I'm going to start at 0, 0. Now, I could start at that. It doesn't matter to me, but I like starting at 0, 0. All you got to do is point the direction that you're going, type in 22 foot, and enter. It made it. I want to go up 8 foot, enter. I want to go across 15 foot, enter, down 5 foot, enter, across 18 foot. Boy, this is so much easier, isn't it? You're probably like, why did you show me the other way? Well, it's important that you know all the different ways of this. Go up 45 foot, over 30 foot, down 5 foot, over 25 foot, up 15 foot, over 20 foot, and then if I go down 63 foot, it should close on itself. Wow, that was fast, wasn't it? That's the direct line method, folks. That is so nice. That's our first little project in week 3. Now, if you want to dimension this, you can. Let me show you how, and we're going to do a whole lesson on dimensioning and annotations a little bit down the road. But for right now, if you want to dimension this thing, no problem. All you have to do is, down here is annotate a scale. This is the best way to do it. Come up here and hit 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. So a 1/4 inch on my paper is going to be equivalent to 1 foot in reality. So I get that set up. Now I have to go to annotate. Annotate means anything that accompanies a drawing to give it information. Whatever the model is, gives it some information. So in here, I'm just going to open this up a little larger because you can see it a little bit better. Now we're going to take and I want to dimension these things, because beforehand, honestly, and we changed the scale, but notice, even if I still come down here and hit linear with my object snap on, I click both of these and you see that I can't see that, even though the dimension is there and it's accurate. Man, it's just so small I can't see it. So what's going on is it's in standard style. Okay, this is where I would have to calculate it up myself to be able to give it a scale factor that would work, that would make my text look like 1/8 of an inch on my paper compared to a 22-foot line like right down here. Well, it's just a little bit of calculation, but I like everything automatic, so that's the reason I changed my annotative scale down here. It looks like a little Mitsubishi symbol, but if you come up here, you'll notice we have an annotative scale. Now you can make new, different styles that you want, but I'm just going to hit annotative scale here, and I'll make that one. I set that in current, okay? So now come right here and click on the dimension style manager, hit modify. And what I want to do is just primary units. I want to change it from decimal to architectural. And this is not the units that you're drawing with that you set up at the beginning. This is just your dimensions styles, okay? This is modifying just your dimensions. You all see that? So I hit primary units here, architectural 16th are going to be horizontal. My text, okay. So my text style, it's going to be standard. Okay, that's fine for right now. We'll deal with that a little bit later on. I'll show you. But anyways, I want to set that current, which it's already set current. It's right there in my dimensions in my annotates tab. Close out. Now when I hit linear, y'all see now how my dimensions are a little larger? And you can hit spacebar and it repeats the last command you do. Okay, so I can hit space bar and just keep it going, which is really nice. And if that's too small, you can come over here and change your scale. Let's say you want to go to, something like 3/8. Let's see what happens there. Equals 1 foot. So come up here and hit linear. Let's see what happens at this point. Made it smaller. So let's go back the other way. 1/8 of an inch equals 1 foot. Let's do it. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It just depends on your scale. See how much, that actually looks really good on here, doesn't it? Do y'all see what I'm saying? So, again, you don't have to do that in these lessons, but I was just showing you how that you can make your dimensions look good and check your measurements. So, if you have any questions, please let me know.